Hi folks, welcome back to B Mills Farm. Today we have a pretty cool video. Got a new critter in there that has to go out there with Peppermint so that they can hang out. Let's go check them out. This is Dorito. Dorito's a longhorn bull that we have on the farm now, and his job is to service Dolly and Peppermint. We're gonna keep him off Dolly for a bit because she just had a calf, a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna let her recover and put him on Peppermint because she is she's had plenty of time and it's time to get her back bred again. She's got a job on this farm and her job's to make babies so that we can sell them. Dorito is 2 years old and yeah, he's pretty cool looking. We'll make a cool carpet someday. All right, so today's goal is to get him in here, get Dolly and her calf open to the field that Peppermint's in now. I was gonna put Dolly and her calf out here, but I like the idea of having that calf able to get inside and completely covered out of the rain, out of the wind, because he's still pretty delicate, I think. So yeah, let's get him moved. Oh, and get those annoying pigs out into here and get them trained to electric fence. Lots to do, a little time to do it. Let's get after it. That's Clara. Ready for hay. So, this is the paddock that the bull and Peppermint will be in. It looks nice and pretty, but unfortunately, it's really overgrazed, as I showed in my other video. And so it stinks because they're just going to be on it, damaging it, but I can't have a longhorn bull anywhere near my Angus heifers or cow because, well, I don't want that baby. So what I'm gonna do is just what I've been doing for the cows that have been down here. I take hay, square bales, just break them up into the different leaves and just spread them out. One bale will take care of these two cows for a day, so I'll take and her calf. So I'll take the bale and just spread it out. When I say one leaf, I mean, I don't know if it's called a leaf. I think it's called a leaf for some reason. So just take each one of these and just drop them randomly. It seeds the ground. It keeps the cows from bedding in it and making just a big hay mat that just kills grass. So doing it this way I found is the best way. All right, so this bull, like I said, he's 2 years old. He knows what an electric fence is. So fingers crossed he doesn't test it. The only concern really is that Peppermint is the boss cow, and those two will have to duke it out to figure out who's really in charge. I'm guessing it's still gonna be Peppermint because she's quite a bit bigger than he is. He's probably 800 pounds. Peppermint's probably 1,000, so, but we'll see. Ready for a boyfriend? you go. So her and her calf will be fine in here with the bull. Once Peppermint and the bull figure it out, it'll all be good. And then I'll open up this field that they just came out of to these two. He's peeing, which means he's nursing, because I haven't given him a bottle today. So him and Dolly must have come to an agreement, which is good. Because I barely have time for what's going on now, and the last thing I need is a bottle calf. So I'm glad they figured it out. All right, let's I'll get them situated and then let the bull out. Dorito, standing, he's excited. Dolly didn't waste any time getting out of here. This little fella's behind. He's running and jumping, so I think, fingers crossed, I think we're out of the woods. Initially, getting them to bond was a real struggle. But now I think that now that they are bonded, I think it'll be pretty hard to break that bond. These idiots are pulling the hay bales down. I put hay out so you weren't. Come on, get out of here. Go on. Go eat the stuff I put out. Pretends I'm not here. Go on. No. Go. Get out of here. You got. Go. I spread it out for you. Go on. Get away. Nope. Go on. Come on. This way. This way. Oh, lovely. How lazy could you be? Doesn't seem like much, but that's very, very exciting. This little guy was on death's door for quite some time, and I slowly nursed him back to just get enough energy just to stand, and now he's running around like that. That's really, really exciting. Great, now he's gonna have a sentimental attachment. It's not ideal. All right, well, seeing him run around like that just put me in a great mood. You can see what I did, just spaced them all out. So there's seeds in hay. If you didn't know, you do now. But the seeds some of the seeds will end up being incorporated into the ground and start to grow. See, this is that's wheat there that's growing from a big round bale that used to be here. That's wheat, so you don't get a ton, but any little bit helps. It'll really show. It won't really benefit much this year, but in the next spring and summer, it should be a nice noticeable difference. All right, let's get this bull let out and hope it goes smoothly. You ready to go to work? horns are pretty tore up. Okay. You guys figure it out. You come out so I can go in. Kind of cool. He's got like a fade going on. It's dark and then fades to lighter. Pretty cool looking. Well, she's not currently in heat, so he's not going to be overly excited, but it's nice to let them meet each other before it gets too tense in here. Once he does start to cycle, then he can just get right to work. Well, I guess I'll just keep working until I see something exciting. Usually when there's a new animal, Pepper comes flying over to make sure that they know who's in charge. But she doesn't really seem too interested. They'll meet sooner or later. All right, in this last paddock here, next to Peppermint in the bowl, I have my last batch of chicken meat birds in here. I'm going to, before I was not running them in the pastures just because I didn't want, I didn't know how long it would take for the grass to recover after they go over it, because there's a lot of nitrogen in their poop and it just kind of burns the ground, but it does recoup pretty fast. And when it does come back in, it comes in quite a bit thicker. I'll show you a spot over here where they were. And so I'm hoping to run them over this whole paddock here, let it rest for a bit, and just see if there's a visible difference between this and that, which obviously there will be because cows are just devastating that over there. But it'll be fun anyways. So don't mind the pile of junk, but the meat birds were in this area, and this was totally down to bare ground. Now it's back up. It's probably, some of it's probably 16 to 18 inches tall, nice and thick, lots of orchard grass. This would be great for, that's really ideal. If we could get the whole paddock to look like that, every paddock, I think we'd be in pretty good shape as far as grass goes. I'll just have to figure out a system where the chickens go through the paddock quite a bit before the cows do. And I'm also thinking about incorporating the pigs into the actual paddocks. I was going to do the outside, and I still will, but from what I'm gathering, they could really benefit, especially damaged paddocks like these two over here. If they can just turn it up a little bit, I can seed it, get them off, and keep the cows off. And then in the spring, start running the chickens on it. And then after that's all cleared up, put the cows back on. And hopefully it'll sustain itself if I don't overgraze it again. Well, these guys just act like they know each other. They passed and didn't smell each other, nothing, just passed. She seems a little worked up now. But Valor over there, the calf, he's just hanging out with him. Maybe it won't be eventful. Maybe they talked it over already, so they didn't have to butt heads or anything. This could be it. Ah. Well, that's weird. Bailers just walking, checking them out. Well, I didn't think she would just give him dominance like that. Every animal, always, she comes over and smacks into, make sure they know. And with Dorito, she didn't even, she did nothing. Must be bulls just have the right of way. Alright, just gotta get these guys fed, and then we can start a project. Alright, the animals on the hill are all fed. So what I'm gonna do for the pig's fence in the corral and everywhere is I'm just gonna take T-posts and cut them in half, because a T-post is the same price as those crappy plastic ones, and T-posts will last forever. Just use insulators, and I'll replace the insulators when they go bad. And you can get them in the ground as deep as you want, and they'll be a lot sturdier. So it's kind of permanent, semi-permanent, but it'll be the same price either way. So I'll get these cut up and start pounding them in the ground. All right, well, unfortunately, I forgot I have a welding job I have to get done before tomorrow. So I'll get these cut up, and this will be tomorrow's project. Anyways, I appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching. Do all the good stuff. And until next time, keep farming. We'll see you later.